gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Sponsored by Andrea Mason, Press Play, Plan Life According to You, LLC. Take care of your mental health. Find inner peace by rediscovering and loving you for who you truly are. Take advantage of this exclusive offer and choose to press play today. Thank you.
Everybody, December 1st, we've got two awesome entertainment things for you in Williston, Florida. They're at the Anvitz Post 444. We've got live comedy and we got live pro wrestling. And as you can tell on the back, I see my pretty self because I am officially going to be there. That's right, guys. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, American Prodigy, is coming in at a big toy drive event. All you have to do is bring an unwrapped gift. So, guys, December 1st at the Anvitz Post 444, Williston, Florida. Be there!
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is the host of the Buzzing With Marlowe Podcast. I am yours truly, Warren Marlowe. And guys, please do me a favor. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Sneak, LinkedIn, Snapchat. We are on Threads as well. We are on Tumblr. We are on everything that you can possibly get on social media. We are there. Obviously, we're on the X as well. Guys, we are currently live. That's right, guys. We are currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch. What's up, everybody? It's been a little bit, man. I mean, if you haven't, guys, make sure y'all go and check out last week's episode with my boy, Jay Lyric, coming back on and promoting another big event coming up. Guys, let's just show you the flyer right now. And I know a lot of people ask me about it. Winter Romance with Jay Lyric and Friends, guys. You get a chance to go and witness this awesome performer. And gosh, man, the lineup that he has bringing on that show as well, man. Get your tickets now. December 21st. It is going to be a very, very special event. Jay Lyric is going to be giving his all. He's got a great group that's going to be there showcasing their talents as well, man. Jay Lyric, really good friend of Warren, really good friend of the Buzzing With Marlowe, really good friend, just everything with this podcast, man. So we will always support our boy. And man, I'm telling y'all right now, all you can drink, top shelf liquor and food, sounds like a good offer to me. All you got to do is go buy your tickets. Get them before they are gone. Winter Romance with Jay Lyric and Friends, December 21st. Show door opens. Show starts at 7:30 and it will end at 11:30. That sounds like an awesome way to start your Christmas week. So, man, make sure y'all go get y'all's tickets now. Go support, go listen to one of the phenomenal R&B sensations, Jay Lyric. And of course, tell him that Buzzing With Marlowe sent you. Yeah, Hey, but hey, guys, I hope everybody's doing well, man. It is Friday. Thank goodness. Um, I know everybody's ready just to relax. It's the weekend. We got college football coming on. Um, yeah, we were undefeated. Still, man, I love my Canes, man. They've been doing a phenomenal job. Shout out to all the people in the college football rankings right now. If your team is in the ranks, congratulations. Right now, there's a big fight that's going to be going on tomorrow night. We got Georgia versus Tennessee. If Tennessee beats Georgia, Georgia is out of the playoffs, and that's never been done. So that's going to be interesting. There's a lot of teams coming in. Obviously, the number one team right now is Oregon. We're going to see if they really are the true number one team. We got Ohio State that's coming right in between. I know SMU is undefeated. I haven't watched any of their games, but apparently they're undefeated and they represent ACC. So I know my team, the Miami Hurricanes, we have got to not only win out the next two games, we've got to win the ACC championship just to get a bye and get a home game for our playoffs. So a lot of cool things for college football, man. Like I said, man, if your team made it real good ranking wise, man, leave your comments in below. Let me know who your favorite college team is. There's a lot of things that have been going on. We've got a big event tonight. I'm devastated. I got to go to work before this happens, and I'm talking about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, guys. What? I mean, it's going to be this match. This fight has postponed 4 times. I'm not saying I'm biased or whatever, man, but I think it's really cool that I get to say, hey, we're all getting to witness Iron Mike Tyson back in the ring in his 50s. And man, the dude don't look like he's skipped a beat. The dude looks phenomenal in shape. There was a face-off. It was either yesterday or today. I guess Jake stepped on Mike Tyson's foot, and Mike slapped him. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I know there's a lot of rules that just got approved or something like that, and I know a lot of people haven't been happy about it. But man, I'm telling y'all, man, to see what boxing is now, and I mean, y'all got to give props to the Paul brothers, man. They have brought representation back to boxing, in my opinion. I mean, nobody's been coming to watch these spotlight fights for a long time, but when you put one of the Paul brothers on that marquee card, man, and then when they go to bring out, the top UFC performers, the top boxing guys at this time, like really, Mike is legitimately one of the greatest of all time. I mean, pound for pound, if this was the young Mike Tyson, obviously this would not even be I don't think Jake would even have a chance at all. But even though with the age difference and stuff like that, there is some things that we always talk about age is just a number, but there is some things that might slow him down, might be some things. Obviously, Mike's cardio might be a war for a little bit. Jake, obviously, man, I don't care what anyone says, man. Y'all gotta give Jake some props, man. Jake is a legitimate boxer. Jake has gone in these fight camps and doing the work that he does, man. You gotta give this man respect. He does the work for it, man. And he puts he puts up, and it's either put up or shut up. So it's like, as you can tell, I got someone in the background. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this. Obviously, I have to watch the highlights. This is real big for Netflix. I mean, good Lord. Part 2, if you're a big Cobra Kai fan, Cobra Kai is back. Part 2 of this season. I'm super excited. It's going to be phenomenal. I haven't got to watch any of them yet because obviously I got to work tonight. So I want to wait until after I get off tomorrow morning. I can just watch it and not be disturbed. So I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot of things that are just everywhere, all around, man, especially with Netflix. We're getting into that cusp of the end of the year. There's a lot of things going on with WWE. Obviously, WWE is going to be crossing over to Netflix, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with that. The retirement of John Cena. There's just a lot of things that are really going crazy right now. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is hurt for the Jaguars. I mean, obviously my picks, I know Jason's going to laugh at it, but I'm kind of scared about picking my picks now. Every week I pick Jacksonville regardless because that's my team, man. You know what I mean? That's my team. So they are playing Detroit Lions, so that's going to be something to worry about, especially knowing that Trevor ain't playing. Not really big on Mac Jones right now, obviously from the last game. Stats look good on paper, but he needed to work. Like really needed some work, and it was sad to see some of that. I literally made a post Sunday saying I didn't know Carlton Banks played for Jacksonville. If you remember the scene where Carlton takes the ball from Will and just throws a Hail Mary shot. I mean, that was how I felt with Mac Jones on that one. But we'll see. Maybe he can bounce back and really showcase his talent this week. I mean, bro, he's got Brian Thomas Jr. Bro. Just throw it to him. Just throw it to him. That's all we need to do. Just throw it to him. I'm telling you, that man is going to get up there and go. But, man, obviously the Jaguars have been struggling this season. Titans been struggling this season. There's a lot of teams that really were supposed to be pretty decent. And this is the whole scenario. I mean, we got Chicago Bears got a winning record. We've got the damn Saints getting a winning record. We've got all these teams that are rising up. I mean, it's unreal to me how much the elevation of the NFL has been getting this season, man. It's crazy. Yeah. But guys, we're gonna obviously I have an interview that was planned for today. He's either running late. We're gonna probably hold on a little bit on it, but we'll wait on it. If it doesn't happen, we'll probably have to just short it out the show and just maybe just shoot some breeze and talk a little bit. But guys, we're gonna have a quick commercial break real quick, and if he pops on, we will. If not, we'll just have a little interaction. I'll make sure I can just get y'all a real good episode in. So guys, I appreciate it, and we will be right back.
Have you always aspired to be a professional wrestler? Do you think you have what it takes to step through these ropes and take your place among the immortals? Well, now you have an opportunity. Join us at the DCCW training facility at Harvest Ministries in McClenny, Florida. There you will be put to the test and challenged like you have never been challenged before. If you think you have what it takes, prove it to the world, but most importantly, prove it to yourself.
Hey man, we are back. Obviously I don't see my guests in here, sadly. But guys, obviously like we said, but we want to do the ones that do pay the bills first and foremost. I want to thank the ones that really gets everyone in that mindset, that good mind focus. And I'm talking about Dubby, that jitterless energy, man. All you got to do is go to the website dubby.gg and you can go and get you some of that lovely flavor. If you feel like you're trying to avoid the coffees, avoid the energy cans and stuff like that, Dubby has got you covered. You got all these different samples, all these different flavors. The Cali Cream, man, I'm telling you, it was one of the best ones. Beach and Peach, obviously a really good one as well. The Dragonade is it tastes like a tea, honestly. Obviously, you can get you a sample pack, some bottles. You can get some bumper stickers, hats, hoodies. Type in a promo code with a capital B, Buzz20 to get 10% off of your purchase. Shout out to Dubby, always giving that Buzzing with Marlowe Nation that jitterless energy. That's right, man. Obviously, guys, as you saw from the opening of the video, I've got a big event coming up December 1st. I have officially announced the American Prodigy will be there. That's right, guys. So we'll be in Williston, Florida at the Ambits Post 444. Shout out to them for inviting us in. Shout out to Clash Pro Wrestling. That's going to be really newer wrestling promotion that's really coming up. So we're going to see how well we can do with this growth and on the building. It's my first time in Williston, Florida, so it's going to be a fun one. And also just found out your boy is headlining it. So that one is going to be an interesting one for me. Obviously, since I've came back, being in the ring, this will be my first main event back. So this one definitely going to be a special one. I'm looking forward to it. The training standpoint. The opponent that I'm going to have, it's going to be a really interesting battle. We've never been in the ring together, so it's going to even make it even more a fun thing, man, because I love to work some guys that you never work, because it really tests of how well you really know what you're doing in the ring. So I'm looking forward to it. So if you are in Williston, Florida, go to the Ambits Post 444 and get your tickets. Basically, what it's going to be, it does no cost, guys. It's a big ongoing event. It's comedy and pro wrestling. The pro wrestling starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and the comedy, I think, starts at 7. They're doing a big event. It's an all-day event. The pro wrestling is going to start exactly at 2 p.m. And the comedy starts at 7. We were told that the way that they're gonna do everything is the event based off of, and the way you get in is you have to bring an unwrapped present. It's based off of a toy drive. It's for kids that are, the less fortunate and stuff like that. So definitely, if you can, man, if you go to Williston, Florida, come out there, man. It's gonna be a fun event. It's gonna be a lot of great talent that's gonna be on there as well. We're gonna be having a couple of episodes where we're gonna have some of the talent that's gonna be on that show, and have an interview with them, so you can interact with them and you can learn a little bit more off of them, what they're about, how they've come, what excitement that they're going to bring into Williston, Florida, December 1st. There's some guys that people know from the DCCW roster, guys like Jules Bradley, Wild Thing Chris Kane, Foxman X, yours truly American Prodigy. We're also even getting Prince Handsome out there. So there's some a couple of guys that you know from the DCCW locker room that's gonna be out there as well. It's gonna be a fun event, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited for this one. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So definitely, if you're gonna be in the area, December 1st, we will consistently talk about it. Um, it's gonna be talked about until the event goes off. But yeah, so Williston, Florida, December 1st, Ambits Post 444. Make sure y'all come out. It's going to be a great event. Like I said, the pro wrestling starts at 2, the comedy starts at 7 p.m. So plenty of time. Like I said, it's an all day event. They're going to be bringing out breakfast, they're going to be bringing out dinner, lunch, all that. So come out, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. You get to watch some pro wrestling. All you got to do is just bring a gift. You just bring an unwrapped gift and get you in the event. So I don't think a better way to capitalize on a Sunday is going to also a pro wrestling event and then getting rewarded to do watch a comedy one as well. So definitely check it out. We're gonna talk about it more when we find out about actually more details of what's going to be going on with the show. Obviously, with it being number 15th now, we are really getting close to that moment. But also, there's also a big thing coming up, guys. Christmas. I meant Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, I'm almost skipping it. Thanksgiving. Obviously, we've got that coming up. We got Black Friday coming up. So it's about time to get that money right so you can go and get your Christmas gifts and all that stuff for your loved ones and family members and friends, whatever. Like, it's that time again. It's that time again, man. So obviously we're going to have an awesome episode where we're going to capitalize on talking about the best of 2024. That will be a special one as well. We're going to be bringing back past guests that we had on season 5 and obviously coming up to season 6 as well. We're going to bring them back. We're going to have my boys from the commission out here. We're going to try to get my boy Blackheart out here. We're going to get some of the guys from the OTTR mob on. So it's going to be a real special show. So y'all stay tuned to that one. It's going to be, I'm going to say probably the week of Christmas. We're going to do that show. So I'll leave more into it when we get to it. There's a lot of things that will be discussed and what we're going to do to present it and see how everything goes. But yeah, we've got a lot of things going on, man. Obviously, shout out to my boys, Commission Talks. We were back on. We're live every Wednesday, guys. 3 different platforms. We have the Beeline Entertainment LLC from our boy Brian B. We have the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. That is my boy Dre on Wheels' show. And then, of course, we're right back on here. We come on the Buzzing with Marlowe, chop it up, talk that pro wrestling. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch each and every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. All you got to do is follow, subscribe to either 3 of our podcasts, and you can be able to watch it. We alternate it each and every week. So no, it's never going to be the same platform twice. When I say this twice, I mean back to back, unless of an emergency or something like that, we always, share the show and what happens. So it's a lot of fun things that are going on, man. Obviously, you can catch me on Sundays with my boy Blackheart, my boys Uncle Fats, and of course E Dukes when he makes an appearance. And I'm talking about last week of wrestling, or I like our logo a little bit better. I'm not being totally evil when I say this. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I think that thing looks really cool. The Superman, the Batman. I'm talking about the After Dark. Obviously, me and Blackheart have our thing where we've been just chopping it up, talk pro wrestling, talking about, what mental health and stuff like that. It's more like a gentleman's chat instead of just talking strictly about pro wrestling. It's just we do reactions, we do verses. So I mean, we got a lot of cool things that has been going on with the after dark. I have been really proud of them. We're on Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern time every single Sunday night. If you want a good laugh, if you want to watch people have some roast battles and stuff like that, I highly recommend it. Check it out. It's on the OTTR network every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, man. I guess our guest is not gonna make it out here today. I don't know. But hey, we're still here. We still got what we needed to do. So obviously Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is fighting today. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with that. The biggest talk is Jake Paul gonna knock out Mike Tyson, or is Mike Tyson gonna knock out Jake Paul? I mean, when we talk about, obviously in the past, when we're talking about guys that age, and it is a big difference, you know. I used to say age is just a number. But it really does make it a factor at some things. Like, even if you take care of your body and stuff like that, you start winding down a little bit. And I used to be against it, and it's one of my weak points right now, still to this day. I look great. I still can train at a high level, but it's like I gotta warm up more. I gotta stretch a little more to get to that point instead of just, all right, let me go to the weight, let me go ahead and do it. So there's a little different things that you gotta do. The gym time takes a little bit longer because obviously you gotta warm it up, get yourself right, and then then start the workout. So obviously it's gonna be excuse me. It's going to be an interesting one for sure because, I mean, it could go either way. You got Jake Paul. Dude's been talking trash to every single body about fighting and has been beating everyone up, from Nate Robinson, Tyrone Woodley twice. That's when I started really realizing this guy could be something. When he beat Tyrone Woodley twice, I was just like, I don't know. There's something there about that Jake Paul right there. So obviously that interesting. And then obviously when him and Mike Tyson finally agreed to this fight, and obviously it was canceled, 3 or 4 times for it to actually happen tonight, is going to be a really interesting battle, man. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. It's going to be entertainment at its finest. I mean, obviously, back then, Mike Tyson was a couple of boom, 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 knock him out. Boom, 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 knock him out. So, obviously, a lot of people want to see Jake Paul get knocked out. A lot of people also say Jake Paul is going to knock Mike out. So, who knows? We are currently 2 hours away to figure out what's going to happen with that. I opened the preliminary fight. I think it's between 2 females. Really good performers. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are going out. So shout out to Dallas. I mean, at the AT&T Stadium, man, y'all gonna get to witness a historical event. I mean, it could either be laughed at or it can be like, oh my gosh, did we just witness this? So I think it's gonna be interesting. My opinion, I'm going to go with Mike Tyson. Just a big fan of Iron Mike Tyson. Big fan. And people are not realizing Mike has been training this way still, even though he hasn't been like boxing. He has literally been training like this the entire time. He doesn't look like he's slowed down. He doesn't look like he's, at that way, where it's wear and tear on it. So, sorry, excuse me. But it's gonna be interesting, man. Mike has got a big challenge tonight, and I don't know if that kind of made him a little nervous when Jake stepped on his foot in the face off. So I don't know, man. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen just because it's Mike Tyson, bro. Like, if we could get to witness Muhammad Ali in a fight right now, if he was even at his age before he passed, you would still be like, man, I couldn't believe I got to watch Muhammad Ali perform in front of my very eyes. So this one's going to be a really, really interesting fight. I'm excited. But who knows? Is Jake Paul going to be able to put Mike Tyson on that pedestal and be like, yeah, man, I beat you? I think this one really will solidify that Jake Paul really, really could be something that people just need to stop doubting. I mean, Jake Paul could be a phenomenal heel in pro wrestling. His brother, still a phenomenal heel in pro wrestling right now. So who knows? We might even witness that as well. But it's gonna be a good one. I'm super excited. You know, Dana White spoke on this a little bit. It's been on Joe Rogan's podcast lately. So I mean, it's gonna be an interesting fight for sure. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, man, Cobra Kai is back. This season was different because it was like, you know, happy times, you know, Sam and Tori, friends and all that. So it was really cool. And then that ending to part one, that was a tearjerker. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, there's also a movie that just came out from this guy right here, DeWanta. So that one looks like that will be a really interesting movie. I'm going to go see it. Obviously, it's got The Rock in it. It's got Chris Evans in it. It's got Lucy Liu in it. I mean, it's got a good lineup. So who knows? This one might be a really interesting film. I think it's like, you know, Santa Claus meets Spy Kids, like actual. Like if you had a Santa Claus movie, say like with a Tim Allen Santa Claus movie, and mix it with a Marvel film, I think that's what we get with Red One. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. Later on in the month, Moana 2 comes back out. My daughter is waiting anxiously for that one. We just got my daughter into dance class. That was a really interesting transition. Also, people have been asking. We are going to do it. I made the promise. We're going to get it done. Starting after December 23rd, my wife and me will be doing a live episode every week. It'll be the same date, same time, whatever. We're going to pick a bunch of topics and we're going to give our perspectives on it as a married couple. I'm scared to know some of it, but she's even been wanting to really do it. So we're going to really start it out. So there's going to be one that we're going to do together. We're trying to figure out what we're going to call it still, the show wise, but we are going to do a live episode every week on the Buzzing With Marlowe platform with me and her. So I know a lot of people have been waiting on it. We're going to do it. Like I said, we also are going to have some of the talent off of the show that we're going to be doing December 1st for the Anvit's post. I'm super excited for that one. I've been dialing down, man, drinking water, getting my BCA, getting all my vitamins in me. Even been playing around with creatine lately. It's so nasty. Just training like a madman right now to get ready for this show. So obviously I don't want to show too much. That's why I got the hoodie. You want to show the look at the end. Like, you got to go to the show to see the look. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited for it. I obviously, my guests will probably not be here. This is kind of a weird one, but this is what happens sometimes when you do a live episode. Sometimes something doesn't fall through, but you also got to pivot. So obviously, I had a show in October. It was the Trunk or Treat Bash, Trunk or Treat Slam. My bad. I know a lot of people have been asking about the match. So since we're not gonna have my guest on today, I would think, why don't we get that match played for y'all? I was in 2 matches that night,
So we could
yeah,
we could do something with it right now.
So give me a second, guys. We're gonna come back and we'll have the match show. Also, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm sorry this was a little different. This was obviously a short episode today, but I'm glad everyone came in. This was a interesting one, fun one. You know, talking about Mike Tyson. You know, about NFL. Obviously, the NBA started back, so who knows what's going to happen with that. NBA's back. Pretty much all sports are back, which is that's going to be wild. Whew, man, cannot believe Christmas is almost here now. That's the, you know, we always use a metaphor. What you waiting on? Christmas? Now, Christmas is Christmas is literally here. So, wow. But yeah, guys, we've had some great times this year. I know I haven't been able to be super consistent like I used to be, and that's on me and not my apologies. Nobody else's. It's just trying to manage out everything, you know, stuff that was going on with my son this year, family, stuff like that. I mean, I don't want to ever give excuses, but that is actually the honest truth, sadly. But we're doing well, man. We're doing it. We're getting on here. We're trying to get back to that consistency. I want to give a shout out to Andrea Mason for sponsoring this podcast, man. She does phenomenal work. She has a podcast as well, man. Make sure y'all go check that out. Definitely go check it out. She's a miracle worker in so many ways. She's helped me in a couple of things as well when it comes to, you know, I'm never a person that reveals a lot, or I say that vulnerability. I know a lot of people say, oh man, you hear a lot on the show as it is, but it's like literally like that vulnerability is more said than done. And for what it's worth at times and stuff like that, it's an very interesting concept in my opinion. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard for, you know, any male to just be able to reveal and show that vulnerability at times. And, you know, obviously it's a cool thing, or it's the shunned upon thing, obviously, but I think this era is very different when it comes to, you know, talking about a lot of things that go on with in life and how to prevent it, not necessarily how to prevent it, but how to encounter it. What would be your choices of, you know, persevering over it and stuff like that. So I've had to learn my ways on it too, man. I don't want ever anybody to think, oh, you know, it's a simple process, and it really isn't. I mean, it can be easy at times, and then it can be absolutely a nightmare. And sometimes I still battle with it. You know, obviously with my son, we had some interesting experience with that this week. You know, me not getting to see him as much as I do. I don't ever want anybody to have pity for me on that, but it's like I say those things just to, see if anybody can relate to it at times. Just because I mean sometimes it just feels like you're on your own at that way. And you really want, it's not necessarily you want just to kind of like, oh, I won't get to see my son, da da da, because in a way, you instantly someone's gonna have a negative remark when they come to that, like, hey, why can't you be in your kid's life? Why can't you go and make that travel or X amount of time, whatever? Why don't you just move where closer he was, something like that? So you always will have some of those, and then you will actually have some of these real ones that really supportive and really, listen to what you're saying and stuff like that. And those are the ones that you need to, thank for, because it's very rare at times, especially in this era. Obviously, the election and how everything is in. I'm just hoping everyone can be a lot more nice, if that makes sense. Um, I mean, it's been pretty chaotic. I've never seen an election draw out like, I mean, great reference like a Florida Georgia game, a Miami Florida State game. I mean, it was team blue, team red, and team who. That's if you're not picking one of them, you're not a part of the group type scenario. So it's it was just a pretty interesting. This slide that I wanted to just show y'all, obviously. So let's get this thing started, shall we? All right, files, movies, Google Drive. Oh, lovely. But man, how's everybody's week going? Obviously summer. I mean, summer is gone now. I mean, it was really hot here, and now it just went to insanely cold. I couldn't believe how quick it got super cold just out of the blue today. I got off work and I was actually pretty freezing. I won't even lie, I was freezing. I was like, what in the world happened to the weather? Because I was making a joke. I was like, man, we're gonna be having Christmas, in shorts. We're gonna be dang near swimming in pools before on Christmas Day. And now, the joke's on us. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get this video going. I don't know why it's taking so long to do. But while we're doing that, I'm gonna show a match that I had. I'm gonna show one of the matches I did with Cole. It was a really fun match. Really fun match. YouTube. Obviously, you can catch it on my YouTube channel, the Buzzing With Marlowe Podcast. If you haven't, go subscribe to it, man. Go subscribe to it. We got really good follows. I mean, get a lot of good, got a lot of good when it comes to our watch time, views, and stuff like that. So definitely go check it out. Yeah, definitely go check it out. There's the episode we got right there. No. Playlist. Okay, there we go. There we go. EP matches. Watch some of the matches. Just to shoot some time while I'm doing this right now. I really don't show any representation of these guys, but I'll play it.
As you see the time clock in the background, 12 and a half minutes left.
All right, so what we're playing is a championship scramble, basically. You pin until the last 15 minutes, so it was a interesting match. So hope you enjoy it.
From our nation's capital.
The tag team champions. Was a sponsor now entering into the ring in this matchup. Very surprising, but you can see Solo Jones, Daniel Anderson, American Prodigy, and what is basically a scramble. This match will be 15 minutes long. There will be multiple pinfalls. Whoever the champion is at the end of that 15 minutes will be your official alternative champion. And now Nate Powers wanting to get everybody to stretch before this matchup. You can see Prodigy, Anderson, Solo Jones, none of them are impressed by this at all. Really, the referee not sure what to do. He's going to go ahead and stretch himself. And he made a vital mistake right there at the very beginning, turning his back on Daniel Anderson, and Anderson goes to the attack. We're going to do our best to keep track of all the action. And Daniel Anderson perhaps making that same mistake Nate Powers made, turning his back on Solo Jones. And that headbutt knocks Daniel Anderson right out of the ring, and he is seeing stars now. And Nate Powers sneaks into the ring, but his debut so far not going great. And it looks like it's going to be Solo Jones, American Prodigy, in the ring. Daniel Anderson going to work on Nate Powers outside of the ring. Like I said, 15-minute time limit. There can be as many pinfalls as you can think of. There may only be one, but whoever the man is with the very last pinfall before the end of that 15 minutes will walk out of here as the new alternative champion. And Solo Jones, you can hear it, has a big crowd influence here. He's a fan favorite. And I'm not really sure how any of these guys are going to get past that solid, powerful frame of Solo Jones as Nate Powers gets introduced to the ring post by Daniel Anderson. This could turn into a triple threat match. I think Nate Powers he may be unconscious. See Daniel Anderson lying in wait on the outside, not a bad strategy. American Prodigy, Solo Jones go right at center of the ring. Solo Jones with the power advantage, American Prodigy with the speed advantage. And there's that power there, but American Prodigy hanging on as you see the time clock in the background. 12 and a half minutes left. No pinfalls quite yet. As we saw the matchup not starting off the way Nate Powers wanted. And trying for a roll-up, American Prodigy tried to get the roll on Solo Jones. It didn't work out, but now, using that quickness, American Prodigy getting out of the way of Solo Jones, and Solo Jones hits the mat, and this time a drop kick. This could be a one. Not quite. Solo Jones showing that power, not just getting the shoulder up, but throwing American Prodigy across the ring. And we'll have double action here as you see Daniel Anderson taking on Nate Powers outside of the ring. Solo Jones lying in wait as the American Prodigy stands up. And a big splash by Solo Jones, and he might have another in store. No, Prodigy able to get out of the way. 1, 2. We almost had our first pinfall of the match. American Prodigy and Solo Jones put on one heck of a show here in the center of the ring. American Prodigy trying for a clothesline, not getting any of that impact that he wanted. Barely getting Solo Jones off his feet. He battles him back into the corner. There's a patented drop kick that we see American Prodigy so good to connect on. This time by running forearm, running clothesline into the corner. Daniel Anderson still working on Nate Powers. You hear that clattering. Nate Powers goes into the railing. Maybe rethinking his entry into the world of professional wrestling. Solo Jones smells blood in the center of the ring, waiting for Prodigy to get to his feet. The Prodigy using that quickness, able to get up and over. Solo Jones rolls to the outside of the ring. And now all four competitors on the outside of the ring. And Daniel Anderson bounces American Prodigy's skull right off the corner of the ring. And Anderson may have had the best strategy so far, as he's been able to stay on his feet for the most part in this match and use that ring barrier, the guardrail, and the floor to his advantage. Former champion here in CCW, looking to be the next alternative champion. The pinfalls must happen inside of the ring. You can see American Prodigy up on the apron. Takes flight and takes out both Daniel Anderson and Solo Jones. We are 6 minutes into this match and not one pinfall yet, so we still don't even have an idea of who might be the alternative champion. There's Nate Powers looking a little worse for the wear. As all three men are on the outside, Nate Powers on the inside of the ring. Feeling good about himself. Shaking off those beatings from the start of the match. And a low blow, which is legal in this alternative match. And can you believe it? Roll up, Nate Powers pins American Prodigy. So if there's no more pinfalls in this match, Nate Powers will be the alternative champion. But it didn't take Daniel Anderson long. Jumps in the ring. Massive suplex, and you can see Nate Powers writhing in pain. But right now, as it stands, Nate Powers would be the next alternative champion as Daniel Anderson goes to work on American Prodigy. Again, great strategy by Daniel Anderson, taking advantage of the down man, and he delivers that belly-to-belly suplex. Solo Jones with the attack from behind. And I have no idea how this match is going to turn out, as all four men have been attacking each other nonstop. No one with a clear advantage except for, believe it or not, Nate Powers, currently the alternative champion. And using Solo Jones for leverage, takes out Daniel Anderson. And here, we can't believe it. He's the alternative champion. Maybe he doesn't understand the rules of the match, but he's not the champion until the time is up. And after that spear, he may be broken in half. Solo Jones, time after time, showing he may be an unstoppable force with all that power, but American Prodigy able to ride out of that. But will he be able to get out of this one? And that may be it for American Prodigy, not just for this match. That may have taken him out for a while. He may be permanently injured. What a crazy, brutal matchup we have seen so far. Unbelievably, Nate Powers right now could be the alternative champion in his debut match. What a debut that would be. Daniel Anderson out trying to recover. Even now, Solo Jones slow to get to his feet, a little wobbly. American Prodigy has barely moved. Solo Jones through the ropes. Daniel Anderson pulled the ropes down. I don't think he expected the brutality of what happens inside the professional wrestling ring, especially in an alternative championship match. The American Prodigy catching an elbow right to the jaw. Double arm DDT, and Nate Powers might be done. Pinfall, 1, 2, 3, and right now, Daniel Anderson with the most previous pinfall, waiting for that clock to run out. He would be the champion, but Solo Jones gets to work. Somebody wake Nate Powers up, let him know he's not the alternative champion anymore. And a low blow by Daniel Anderson. Dirty tactics. Diamond Exchange, known for their brutality. Daniel Anderson has come to this match with a great strategy so far, and right now he is the intermittent alternative champion. And things are looking pretty good. You can see a little more than 4 minutes left in this matchup. Daniel Anderson with the last pinfall, trying to go for that suplex on Solo Jones, but Solo reverses it. And Daniel Anderson spine first. You can see the pain in his eyes.
Have you always aspired to be a professional wrestler? Do you think you have what it takes to step through these ropes and take your place among the immortals? Well, now you have an opportunity. Join us at the DCCW training facility at Harvest Ministries in McClenny, Florida. There you will be put to the test and challenged like you have never been challenged before. If you think you have what it takes, prove it to the world, but most importantly, prove it to yourself.
Warning. Daniel Anderson, as the current champion in the crowd here, has kind of been taken out of this. They don't want to see Anderson. They want to see Prodigy. They want to see Solo Jones. Maybe a bit of redemption. Nate Bowers now the champion right now. Missile drop kick. Every time we think he's down, Prodigy keeps coming back, and a code breaker. Bringing that face, the jaw right down on the kneecaps. And all Prodigy's going to do is get over with his arm over him. And he might be the new champion. Time is running out. Nate Powers trying to sneak into the ring, but you can see he's in an intense amount of pain. And he gets it over 1, 2. Solo Jones breaks it up. Who will be the alternative champion? All 4 men in the ring. Daniel Anderson taken out with a spear. Solo Jones. Slow moving. 1, 2. American Prodigy makes the save. .30 seconds left in this matchup. And he hits it again on Daniel Anderson. This could be it. All men are down. Prodigy, 1, 2, 3. American